Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. Well, we have a test today of a Smith & Wesson. Now, this is actually not a BB gun or a pellet gun, so it's not even technically an air gun, but it does shoot these little round water balls. Okay, I won this actually on a giveaway contest. I can't pronounce his actual channel name. I think it's like Midwid or something like that, Air Guns. Anyways, his link will be in the video description below, so you can go check out his channel. He does a lot of air gun stuff and whatnot, and apparently he bought this thing from Wish, and according to the write-up on the ad, it was supposed to be an actual BB gun, and it ain't no BB gun. It's also supposed to be CO2 powered, and it's not. Even I took the handle off as well to confirm what he found, and yep, there's definitely no way to put CO2 in this thing. But then, of course, it comes with these little teeny weeny round blue balls, and you get about 500 rounds of these little suckers, and you have to soak them in water for a couple hours anyways. So yeah, if you want a fun time of shooting, just pour the whole thing into a big container, because they're going to swell up like 8mm balloons. So they go from that little tiny hard plastic size to something like this that has water in it, and they're totally safe to, yeah, if you want to, go shoot your friend. And it's not going to hurt them at all. In fact, they shatter into a million bits when they hit a surface and spray water. So it's kind of like a water pistol, except a little bit more fun than an average water pistol. But it does come with a total of 12 of these shell loader shells, and you just pop each one into the back end once they've swelled up. Now, they do give you this speed loader unit that can hold apparently up to 100 rounds in it that are fully expanded, and you can just go bing, 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 bing kind of thing, right? So, well, we're not going to use that. But anyway, it's kind of neat, even though it's not what they said it was. So he decided to do a giveaway. Does say made in China, does say Smith & Wesson on it. Just snub nose, basically a 2-inch barrel on this thing, with all plastic, except of course for the cylinder is metal, of course, and your indexing prowl finger is also metal, but it's definitely not double action, because you can just keep pulling the trigger here and it's like, well, nothing's happening, so you do have to single shoot it. So just for fun and giggles, let me direct your attention to the wall. Okay, so I'm going to just shoot the wall. And they just explode into a million pieces back at your face. Doesn't hurt you. Well, that's cool. It exploded backwards that way. So, it's just an air pump pressure system in this thing. That's all it is. And not a whole lot of horsepower there. Let's see about... Okay, which way does this thing actually turn? That turns that way. Let's do a range test. Oh yeah, that can hit my back wall. That's like 20 feet away. No problem. They fly out pretty straight too. You can actually see them, but they do fly out rather straight. I don't even know if you'll see it going across the camera. But, yeah, kind of fun. What else can I shoot? Shot my wife's shoes. Anyway, so once you're done shooting all your shots there, your 6 rounds, this is a little stiff, but you can get them out of there, like so. Load in your next 6. So, it took a while to get this from him. His giveaway's been over for a long time. And he does live in the UK, so it did take a while to get across to Canada regardless. But kind of cool. It showed up today. I'm like, hey, this was in my mailbox, right? The postal person threw it in there, and it's like, this is kind of cool. I got my toy finally. Oops. Did I partially fire that one? Probably. Anyways, yeah, it's kind of sort of at I think it's right at the end. Take that cylinder out. Let's see. Oh, it's kind of like stuck right at the end. Wonder if I can push it backwards. Careful, careful. Oh, no, it kind of... Oh, so they do kind of blow apart. Oh, I blew like right in half. That's kind of cool. So, I guess the whole thing just swells up with water, period, but it doesn't have water physically inside the bubble. It's just like a swollen up jelly piece thing. So there's what it looks like squished in my hand. That's only like half of one. So it's all biodegradable stuff. So it's not a BB gun, it's not a pellet gun, it's not even anywhere close to even being a firearm of any way, shape, or form, which is fine. No big deal there. It is a lot of fun, so you can actually go shoot your friends and have some fun with it. So it'd be kind of cool that way. So you can have your little water ball games if you want, per se. But yeah, it's too bad that it actually wasn't what the write-up said it was. So that was actually definitely disappointing for him. And but you know, he decided didn't want it. He didn't even bother to open up the bag of water balls. So I actually opened them up myself. And I would have done like a little unboxing thing, but it just comes in this piece of plastic, right? I guess there may have been some other kind of covering over it, but he kind of opened it up and saw, it's like, that's not a BB gun, it's not CO2 powered, and you know, but whatever, it is what it is. I think it's kind of cool, actually. This is like the model zp-5 Smith & Wesson. So you can get these things on Wish. They have like other versions of these guns too. But I guess they're a new way for kids to have fun shooting each other with water balls. And that's kind of cool. And of course, I refuse to grow up anyhow, so I can have some fun too. Definitely check them out on Wish, but just be aware that that's what this is. So if you see something that says it's a pellet gun or a BB gun, and it has, you know, these balls, this is what they actually... They look like this. They're just like small little tiny things, you know, and you just put them in water. Now I found the way to get them to expand the fastest was actually in hot water. I boiled some water in the kettle. Hey, there's the other half of the other part of it. I boiled some hot water, put it in a cup, and just, you know, let them soak there for a couple hours. And literally it took a couple hours to soak them just to get like what, 14, 17 rounds, you know, swelled up to 8mm, because it is an 8mm gun. Yeah, it works great. 20 feet away, easy, you know, and still explodes. That's kind of neat. But I don't know what else to tell you other than, you know, like it is plastic, metal cylinder. It's got a bit of weight because of that metal cylinder. You know, side-loading system. Kind of neat. Definitely not double action, single action. It's definitely a straight out, just a single action system only. You can safety decock it as well, which is kind of nice. So it does have that capability. I think it's going to be overall fairly durable. I've looked them up to, there are so many different prices though, that's the thing. Considering what they're trying to put it off as, and it's not, I'd probably say it's probably not worth the money they're asking in that case. But on the other side of the fence, if you got a few hours to kill to swell up a bunch of water balls, then by all means, have some fun, and you can have a couple of these guns and have a little war with your friends. Lot safer than paintball. No armor required, other than eye protection. Definitely recommend eye protection, especially when even shooting these things. You never know. So if you are going to have a shootout with your friends, wear eye protection at least. Save your eyeballs that way, because I'm sure it would still do some damage if you got shot in the eye with one. Otherwise, yeah, I don't know what else to really tell you. But I would probably rate this thing, I don't know, out of 5 stars. I think I'd probably put this thing at about, you know, if the write-up is authentic to what this really is, I would say it's probably a, you know, value for money really isn't there, depending on the price. And I can't remember exactly what he said he paid for it. definitely too much for what he ended up with, which was not what he ordered and what the ad said. You do have to watch some of those sellers on Wish. That's definitely for sure. I haven't gotten yanked on Wish except for one thing, but it turned out it was my bad. I should have read the ad more carefully, that it was only 1, not 4. So I can't really blame Wish. So actually, I haven't had a problem with Wish when it comes to getting the wrong product. But I think, to be fair though, I would say for quality build, the fun factor, it's going to take a couple hours to swell those balls up to be usable. It is a good couple hours, and like I said, I boiled hot water in the kettle, filled up the cup, and then just threw a bunch of balls in. And I did a cold water test too, and the hot water did work faster than the cold water by about probably 15 or 20 minutes difference. It was a little quicker. But certainly a lot of fun. So I would have to say probably put this thing around. I would give it a good solid 3 3/4 out of 5, and I think that's fair because number 1, it's not perfect. Number 2, it is a little bit costly for what it is, and you know they only give you like 500 rounds. I mean, considering what these things actually are and what they're worth, if they're going to charge you like even $20 for this gun, they should at least give you like a couple of thousand rounds, like maybe 6,000 or 10,000 rounds would be nice, and then you could go buy more. I don't know. Hard to say, but that's my opinion anyway, for what it's worth. But I think it is a lot of fun, you know, overall. It really is a lot of fun. That is so that is cool. That's flipping cool, guys. It's like sprawled out all over the table now. Gonna have to clean up the table after. So yeah, fun factor is great. The speed loader, I don't know if it even works. Don't really care because I'm only going to swell up so many of these at a time and go have some fun, and that'd be about it. But hey, you do have a speed loader that says it can hold 100 rounds worth of balls once they're expanded, and they do expand to 8mm. So definitely leave them for about 2 hours, I would say, to soak, because they're not going to get any bigger than the 8mm. They're only going to retain so much water. So they're not going to get any bigger than the 8mm. So, but just give it a good 2 hours. Just start out with the hot water in the cup, throw in a bunch of rounds, let them swell up, and away you go. Have some fun. I don't know. You know, probably the easiest way to cart them around safely would be in this thing, and then just, you know, load them into the backs of the shell. It's kind of like this kind of thing. You just pop one in, away you go. Pop another one, away you go. But anyway, loads of fun. So I would like to thank him right now also for this giveaway that I won, and I'm gonna definitely have a lot of fun with this thing. That's so cool. Like, I can shoot through. Oh, that one just exploded on the way out. And this one has a little bit of a jammy jam. Okay, there we go. So, if you leave them sit too long, I guess they start to shrink a little. A couple of them just exploded right out of the barrel. Oh, there we go. Caught it. So yeah, kind of a neat gun. Let me know what you guys think. I kind of like it, really. It's definitely something different. That's for sure. Yeah, so it's cycling fine. But yeah, there you go. See you on the next one.